Hi guys, it's Amanda here. I am doing chapters 17 through 19 today. Chapter 17 is 169 hours and 18 minutes. This starts off with Cookie begging Dara, I guess is how you say her name, Dara, for pills, but she doesn't really know what to do. She makes a comment that if she had Google, she would look it up and figure out what to do, but of course there's no internet, so she can't do that. Her boyfriend Elwood is staying with her to take care of Cookie, but he's not really helping very much at all. Mary Terrafino brings a little girl into Dara, who's basically the makeshift nurse slash doctor right now. And the little girl has stomach pain, and then Cookie is in a lot of pain with his shoulder, and all she can really do is keep his shoulder clean. Now Mary tells Dara about the fact that she takes Prozac and asks her to keep it a secret, essentially. And then Dara luckily finds some Prozac and gives that to her. And then Betty comes in, who has a headache, and she ends up passing out, or kind of passing out. And then Cookie has to pee, which he has to have help peeing because he can't do it because of his shoulder. And then the little girl suddenly has to go to the bathroom. So everyone's meeting her all at once for her to take care of them. And she basically just gets so overwhelmed that she snaps. I certainly don't blame her for snapping. I would too under the situation where she has all these people to take care of, and she doesn't even know really how to take care of them. So basically, Betty dies, and that's because of Orc, who actually beat her, which is terrible. Sam and Astrid, talk about wishing that there was something that they could do, but they don't. There's nothing that they can really do. Sam about the situation, so there's a lot of overwhelming feelings right now, and I don't blame any of them. This is a lot for a bunch of kids to handle. Astrid tries to convince Sam that having power won't corrupt him, that he doesn't have to be like Orc and the rest of the guys, that he's different, but Sam isn't sure of that. Astrid basically tells Sam that he has her, and so Sam basically wants to kiss Astrid, and I thought it was pretty cute that he was like, I can't kiss you because of your brother, and then she turns her brother around so that he can't see, and then she says, how about now? I thought that was pretty cute. So Sam is struggling with, should he take control? What can he do? Going into chapter 18, which is 164 hours and 32 minutes, Albert goes back to McDonald's after Betty's funeral, and he's lonely for someone to talk to. He misses his family, even though they bossed him around all the time, and he's worried about the fact that nobody is working except for a few people. And he realizes, we're not going to survive if we all sit around watching movies and video games all day. People are going to have to step up and do some work. So he decides to go to the library and see if he can find anything that would help him talk to the kids and, rally them up to get actually motivated to do anything. Now, while Albert is in the library, the author comes out and says that Albert finds encyclopedias, and then it says, like Wikipedia, only paper and very bulky. And I was like, seriously? Was this book seriously written for people who wouldn't know what an encyclopedia is. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of, I didn't like that. I felt I felt like maybe it's a joke, but I felt like it was being dumbed down. I don't know. It's just very weird. And then it goes on that Albert looking through the topics and following from like one topic to the next is like following a hyperlink, only slower. I'm like, this has to be a joke, right? The author really doesn't think people have never done research outside of a computer, does he? I don't know. I just didn't. So Albert falls asleep in the library. When he wakes up, a cat is attacking his face, and then it suddenly disappears, kind of like teleporting. And then the cat comes back and attacks him again, and Albert tries to hit it with an encyclopedia, but then it suddenly disappears again, and it's across the room. And then it comes back again, and it's attacking his neck, and he goes to hit it, but it's gone again. It's already across the room. And then suddenly, without even really knowing what's going on, the cat is through the book as if it merged with the book. And it's described as being like it's cut in half, so the cat dies. And this part was really weird. I've had nightmares about animals like this, so I know that sounds weird, but I watched too many Pet Cemetery movies when I was a kid, so this part to me was terrifying. He takes it to Astrid's house to see, if she can, make him feel like he's not crazy because he's not believing what he's seeing, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. And she doesn't really say anything. She just kind of looks at it and tries to analyze it. So then we go back to Lana, who's in the cabin. She's by herself with her dog Patrick still. All her wounds are healed. We find out, she got caught sneaking vodka to her boyfriend Tony, and so that's why she got sent out to the country. Patrick suddenly wakes up and they hear something outside. It's like talking to her, which was also very creepy. These past two chapters have been creepy. Then she has to pee, so after a few minutes, she ends up going out to the outhouse. She notices that the stars look really weird, and she encounters a coyote that's as big as a wolf, and then she sees 3 or 4 shadows coming, and she just makes the decision that if she's going to live, she's going to have to make a run for it. So she runs into the cabin and eventually falls asleep. Next morning, she goes out, and there she sees that the coyote's dead, that a snake is on its face. So a snake attacked the coyote. But she thinks that she saw the snake fly. So again, some creepy things going on. I don't know where any of this is leading. Going into chapter 19, which is 132 hours and 46 minutes. Sam, Quinn, and some other guy, I don't really know who that guy was, but they're searching houses basically to make sure that everything electric's turned off, like the stove and the air conditioner and the sprinkler system. They look for abandoned kids and babies. At this point in the book, I thought, well, it's been 8 days since the adults disappeared. I'm thinking that, any kid or baby who hasn't been found at this point is dead because, they don't know how to cook or feed themselves. They find food and medicine, diapers and formula, and they take inventory of everything. They come across a house, and Quinn breaks down a door with a hammer, and they smell something terrible. Quinn jokingly says that something smells like it died. Then they see a pacifier, so it turns out that a little baby had died. Sam puts the baby in a garbage bag, and he's described to have dragged the sad contents across the carpet and carried it to the wagon. This part was horrifying for me. I mean, I knew in my head that it was coming, because it's not possible for a baby or any kid to live for 8 days without supervision. So we knew it was coming, but it was just sad and horrifying. Sam basically tells Quinn, I did the dirty work. You can at least open the windows. And they have a bit of a fight, and I just don't like Quinn at all. I think he is a loser. I think he's racist. He's lazy. He has this attitude about him. I do not like him at all, and that's carried with me from like the moment I met him. Try not to yawn. It's like really late right now. So anyways, Sam basically tells Quinn, I don't want to be fighting with you like this, and this is the least you could do for me. Sam ends up going to his house because he's so upset, and he notices that his house has been raided. Like the doors and stuff are opened, and his mother's safe is gone. Her computer is gone. After that, he runs into Anna and Emma, who are twins. Sam had once dated Anna for a minute, and he finds out that it's their birthday. He asks Emma and Anna, how old are you turning? And Anna's like, we're turning 15. And then there's a sudden freak out, like, oh my gosh, you're turning 15. And then not even a minute later, Emma disappears. Anna doesn't know what time of the day they were born at initially, so they don't know at first if it's going to happen, like what's going to happen. And then after Emma disappears, Anna's like freaked out. She's like, hold my hand, don't let me go. They were born 6 minutes apart, so then Anna disappears, like right there in front of Sam while he's still holding her hand. So that was interesting. The thing I didn't like about chapter 19 at this part with Emma and Anna is the way that the author describes it. It basically just says, like, Emma is gone. Like, suddenly Emma is gone. It's so nondescript. And maybe that's just the author's style, but I'm more descriptive. Like it says, okay. When were you born? Sam asked. What time of day? The twins exchanged scared looks. We don't know. You know what? No one has blinked out since that first day, so it's probably Emma disappeared. Anna screamed. The other older kids took notice, the littles too. Oh my God, Anna cried. Emma, Emma, oh God. She grabbed Sam's hands and he held her tight. I don't know, it's just so like nonchalant. Like this girl just freaking disappeared, and all we're gonna say is she's gone. I don't know. Anyways, very interesting things happening. I am liking it better than I was. It's still probably not going to be my favorite book, but it's not as bad. So, alright guys, see you later.